I'm Dr. Rodney Mogan. Today I want to talk about something that Congress will eventually pass this year in 2019. It's called the Secure Act. Secure Act, when you're dealing with anything with Congress, they call it's a lot of long names, but a lot of times there's abbreviations for it. So in this case, Secure Act is really about helping you retire better, save more. However, there's always some give and takes when you're dealing with things. One of the, there's about 7 or 8 key provisions. So we're going to just go with 8 key provisions that are at the Secure Act. The first one, and probably the most important in my mind, is that 70.5 is no longer the magic number. So if you are currently working and you're putting money in, you can actually put money in past 70.5 as long as you are working into a traditional IRA. You were already able to do that for 401ks and Roth IRAs, but now if you didn't have those programs, you can still put money into a traditional IRA and offset some of your taxes. The second thing is RMDs. RMDs, unfortunately, I can't say they went away, but they're now no longer tied to the 70.5. They're now 72. Unfortunately, that's only for people that turn 70.5 in 2020. If you turn 70.5 in 2019, you still have to do the required minimum distribution. The third one is probably the most controversial of the Act, and that is annuities inside a 401k. So, why is that important? A lot of times you have a lot of employers, especially smaller employers, who may not have a lot of assets inside, or you might have people that are getting closer to retirement and they want to more secure the dollars that they have inside their 401k. Now, there are some strategies that we can do outside of that, where maybe your employer doesn't want to deal with the annuities inside the 401k. We can do some partial distributions. There's some things that we can look at, and I've helped clients do that. But this is also a way that when you're working with a company, that might be something that the plan provider might take a look at so that they can help secure a portion. Now, the reason why it's most controversial is because annuities do have fees. 401ks have fees, but sometimes annuities can be a little bit more expensive depending on the type of annuity that you're utilizing. The reason why this was important in the Act is when you have people, and like I have clients whose companies, the average age in their company is 50, 52, and so their employees are nervous about the market and they want to have some stuff where it can grow, but they want to have some security to it. They don't want it just to sit in cash. And that's where an annuity comes in. But if an employer puts that into their 401k, until this act is passed and signed into law, then they could actually get sued for any problems. This will actually add some protections to that. Another part that I think is really helpful for those small business owners is what I call linking. And what I mean by that is small businesses can actually join up together to defray costs of a retirement plan and actually have one joint retirement plan. So maybe you're a small company like I have with 2 employees. Well, now we do have a retirement plan, but it's expensive as me for the owner. But what if I joined up with 8 other financial advisors and we all had a joint retirement plan? That helps defray costs. It helps actually make it better, and now we can offer more retirement to our employees. So that is one of the things that I think it really is going to open up with that. Here is an area that I'm not going to get into too much today, but you may have heard of the stretch IRA concept. Okay, and I'll do another video on the stretch IRA. But on the stretch IRA concept, this is an important one. If I were to die and leave my IRA onto my daughter, she actually would have a period of time, and she could stretch it based on her life expectancy. However, because of how government works and how when they give you some advantages like not having to do RMDs till 72 now, they have to take it from someplace else. And so that's where they're taking it here. They're actually forcing you to get the money out of the IRA quicker. It has to all be out within 10 years. So a lot of times you're going to have a lot of taxation right in that beginning year. So it's challenging with the planning techniques, but there are some things that we can do and we can look at with that. So I told you there were 6 or 8 key points. So number 6 is 529s. As it's written right now, can actually allow for use at secondary schools, and they are working on potentially having some ability for it to be for homeschooling as well. That language is not in it, but that is something that the Senate is looking for. Number 7, I like to call it, there's just more freedom to it. Okay? And the freedom means you don't have to follow, you have to follow the rules, but you don't have to start pulling money out at 70.5. You can keep putting money in. You can wait till 72. You can do a lot of different things to help offset some of the income that you might have coming in. The 8th, and you're probably wondering, why is this an advantage? But it's negativity. Okay, and the reason I say that is there's a lot of detractors on this particular bill that they don't like it. They say it's an insurance company bill, and in a way, they're right. Insurance companies have pushed it. In fact, I'm a member of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, and this is one of the bills we've been pushing. But we really are trying to get more access to retirement for people. But the reason why they say that is because of the annuity piece in there. And annuities, they're great products. They're not always a fit for everybody, but they're not a fit for every situation. However, that's where I come in and help find the right situation, the right fit, and the right allocation for different things. So I'd love to talk to you about that and see how the best way to strategize your retirement is. Give me a call at 512-589-8425 or look me up on my website, www.solveyourpuzzles.com. Thanks.